Hi guys, how are you? This is Lois. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and safe wherever you are. It's very cold here. It's already cold. It's snowing. I hope that it's better and brighter wherever you are. So today I want us to talk about an entrepreneurship program that is focused on farming. Okay? Yes, you had me right. Farmers. So before I proceed, I just want to give an introduction to anybody who is here and they don't know me. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I'm based in Calgary, Alberta. Have you subscribed? If you haven't, if you're new here, please subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Because my channel is full of such programs targeting different immigration programs that you want to look at, because as I said, Canada has so many immigration programs, you're actually going to get confused. Okay, so please subscribe. For my followers, thank you so much for always being my rock and my support. Okay, so did you know that you could actually come to Canada as a farmer? Yes, you had me right. You can come here as a farmer, and you all know, especially people who have a background in farming, that farming is quite lucrative, and it's very lucrative here in Canada. Okay, so in today's show, I want us to focus on which programs should you be using to come here as a farmer. What are the advantages of actually coming here as a farmer? What are you going to be gaining? You know, what's the life of a farmer like? Okay, so let us look at that. I just want to say that this program, there used to be a farmer program under the self-employed class, but that one has since been discontinued. Okay, so that doesn't work. So please always make sure that you're not referring to the self-employed class. What we are looking at here is under the provincial nomination classes programs, because we say that each province, Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories, so each province has about 5 streams of provincial nomination programs. Okay, and under those 5 streams, let's say just like for Alberta or British Columbia, under those streams there's always going to be an entrepreneur program, and in the entrepreneur program some of them are actually just targeted to farming. So which ones are these and how much money do you need? Okay, so anyway, before we get to that part, why should you even come here as an entrepreneur? Why should you come to Canada and start a business or even buy a business? Reason number 1, I have 5 good reasons. I'm going to just go through them very quick. Because of the Canadian strong economic growth, you find that Canada has the strongest fiscal position in the G7 and among the best fiscal prospects in the G20. Okay? Reason number 2, low taxes and low business costs in Canada. So you find that Canada overall taxes for businesses, for new businesses, are significantly lower than those of all the other G7 countries. Okay, number 3 is excellent research and innovation. Yes, Canada is world leading in research and development, infrastructure, scientific talent, and innovation incentives. You find that investors can get federal and provincial credit of up to 30% of their R&D investments in Canada. Okay, what's better than that? Number 4, top quality, of course, top quality of life for family and businesses. I've talked about this in my other videos. So you find that you're able to succeed here and lead a very good quality life compared to other countries all over the world, simply because Canada has highly qualified, flexible, and a multicultural workforce. Okay, perfect place to live, except for the weather. Okay, reason number 5 is the stable government. Who doesn't want that? You know, a lot of us who come here, most of us actually run away from unstable governments. But this place has a stable government that gives you that peace and security for your investment, so you can have peace of mind. You're not worried what's going to happen tomorrow, if there's going to be a post-election violence or something like that. So this place is wonderful. Okay, all right. So then that is just about being an entrepreneur, because farming falls under that class. But what are the benefits of being a farmer? Like, where should you live, wherever you are, to come here and start a farm or even buy a farm in this country? Why? So, Canada is the world's leader in agriculture. Of course, you know that Canada has a vast land. So in that regard, it ends up being a world leader in agriculture. And you find that the main crops in this country are wheat, corn, potatoes, vineyards, oil seeds. And then, of course, we have dairy, we have beef, poultry. This place, it's a farmer's paradise, okay? We shall see which areas you should be focusing your farming techniques and skills, okay? So statistics actually show that since the year 2000, farming has an over 20% profit each year. So that is what farmers get, over 20%. And this is statistics that were actually done in 2015, okay? Average income for farmers. A farming family has an approximate $130,000 per year, and that is as at 2015 statistics, which tells you that things have actually improved. So I estimate that maybe farming today can give you up to $150,000 a year in income. That's good wage. That's good income in this country, okay? So, as a farmer, you can get employment insurance benefits. Yes, you can enroll for employment insurance benefits. That is for the years that you're unable to be, to have a good income, or, to meet your income needs. Then another important thing that you need to know as a farmer, you can insure your farm, and you're able to insure your farm against things like, crop failure. So anything, you can insure your farm for anything, which gives you that peace of mind, because you know that you always have something to fall back on. Some types of farming, like dairy, poultry, and I can't remember which other one, they actually have something called quota farming, and that is for supply management, okay? So you find that you are allocated a quota that shows this is how much you can produce, which makes sure that your produce doesn't go to waste, okay? You know what your target is, you produce that target, and I know where I come from. There are times whereby farmers would have a lot of milk. I've been a farmer in the past, and I know at times we had milk and we had nowhere to take. But the government here does control that through the supply management quotas, okay? Another thing that is quite important, you find that various provinces have grants for farmers. So there's so many grants in this country for farmers, just to help farmers, help them with their businesses, with their farms, whether it's fertilizers, whatever needs they have in the farms. There are a lot of grants that are geared towards that. And last but not least, farmers also benefit, Canadian farmers benefit from something called cash accounting, and that is in respect to Canada Revenue Agency, okay? You may want to look further into that. I'm not a tax expert, but that is something that you may want to look at. Okay, so you want to come here as a farmer. Now you're wondering, where should I go? Which provinces should I be looking at? There are three main provinces here whereby you should be focusing your farming skills and your farming prospects, okay? And these are the prairie provinces. Prairie provinces we've talked about before. It's Alberta, it's Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, okay? I live in Alberta, so I can tell you, I know what happens around here. I know a few farmers here. So I'll start with Alberta. I also want us to touch a little bit about BC. BC is not a prairie. No, it's not a prairie province. And BC actually doesn't have a program that is just direct for farmers. But these three provinces, Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan, they each have programs that are just geared towards farming. Okay, so let us start with Alberta. So Alberta has a stream called the Self-Employed Farmer Stream. Okay, and this stream is for experienced farmers who want to plan to buy or start a farm in Alberta. Okay, Alberta, if you don't know, is known for beef. and grain farming, but mostly beef. So if you want to come farm beef, this is the place to focus all your attention. We have dairy as well, but beef is the main producer here in Alberta. Okay. What are the requirements for this program? You must prove that you have farm management skills, and you must be able to invest about a minimum of 500,000 Canadian dollars in equity in primary farming business. I know now you're about to shout 500,000 Canadian dollars. I'm just gonna give you the equivalent in Kenya shillings, and I'll just do it in Kenya shillings because I know a lot of my viewers are in Kenya. 500,000 Kenya shillings is just about 40 million Kenya shillings. I mean, 500,000 Canadian dollars is just about 40 million. So I know a lot of farmers in Kenya who can have that net worth. Okay, yes, with the value of land in Kenya today, you're going to find that 40 million is something little to people who have vast acres of land in Kenya or, you know, in Africa. Okay, so don't shoot me. I say that you need a minimum investment of 500,000 Canadian dollars in equity, and you're going to have required to have a net worth of the same amount, 500,000 Canadian dollars. Or if you don't have that money in liquid, you should have the ability to, you should be able to show that you have access to such funds. Okay, all right. So that's all about Alberta. If you want to know more, if you're interested in beef farming in Alberta, we can help you do research and stuff like that. Talk to me. Okay, send me an email. My email is going to be at the description part of this video. Okay, so let's go now to Manitoba. Manitoba is, you know, just east of Saskatchewan, and Manitoba has a very popular business investor stream due to its low cost of living in Manitoba and a lot of career prospects. Yes, Manitoba is, you know, a cheaper place to live when you compare to Alberta. So you find that under this stream, they have a farming stream called Manitoba Farm Investor Pathway. Okay, so what are the requirements for this pathway? Remember, eligibility. For you to be eligible for this program, you must show that you have farming experience of at least 3 years of farm ownership or operator experience. Okay, you must also show that you're proficient in one of the Canadian languages, that is either English or French, and the farm that you're going to run or buy or invest in must be in rural Manitoba. Okay, it must be in rural Manitoba. Guess what? The minimum investment that you need is only 300,000 Canadian dollars. So that is the amount of money you need to invest in the farm business. Okay, you must come and conduct something called a farm business research in this province. We can always help you with that. Please send us an email if you want to do a business research in Manitoba, and your minimum net worth will require to be about $500,000 minimum. Again, we talked about 40 million Kenya shillings. Okay, forgive me if I make mistakes between Kenya shillings and dollars. It's been a while since I used Kenya shillings, so I know I usually say I interchange them. Okay, right, so that is about Manitoba. If you want to know more about Manitoba, please talk to me. Okay, then we have Saskatchewan. Yes, Saskatchewan is my favorite, especially for farmers. If you don't know, Saskatchewan is Canadian breadbasket. Yes, so all the people who want to grow wheat, corn, canola, you know, dairy, beef, whatever, name it, Saskatchewan is the place to have to go get your farm. And the good thing with Saskatchewan is also that it has you know, lower cost of life, not lower quality, but lower cost of life. Of course, I've talked about these provinces. You may want to look at my videos that I talked about these provinces so that you know exactly what to find in these provinces. I've made those videos in the past. So Saskatchewan actually has 2 farm focused streams. What's better than that? Okay, so let's see them. Number 1 is Saskatchewan Farm Owner and Operator Stream. That is the first one. That's the most popular one. So this one requires that you have a personal net worth of 500,000 Canadian dollars. Okay, and then you must come here for an exploratory visit for 5 days. You must come to Saskatchewan for 5 days, and you must show proof of farm operation knowledge and experience, and you must plan to buy or run a farm that is in Saskatchewan. Okay, of course, all the other programs are the same. The farm that you plan to buy must be in the respective province. Okay, so that is the Saskatchewan Farm Owner and Operator Stream. They do have another one that is called the Saskatchewan Farm Owners and Operator Stream, but this one is called the Young Farmer Stream. Okay, and just like the name says, young farmers. So this one targets people who are under 40 years old. These people must have a net worth of 300,000 Canadian dollars or more. So this the net worth for this one is lower than for the other program, because the other one I said 500,000. Okay, so this one you only need 300,000 Canadian dollars, and you must show that you have a minimum of three years experience in farm ownership or farm management or practical farming. Okay, one other requirement for this program is that you or your spouse must be employable, and especially at the beginning, so that you're able to supplement your farming income. Okay, so those are the 3 main provinces that have streams that are just targeted for farmers. I told you that there's something that you can sneak in through to BC, because you know BC is beautiful. It has favorable climate, and a lot of people prefer BC when you're moving to Canada. And guess what? In BC, you don't necessarily, you can farm anything from fruit to vineyards. Yes, vineyards. You know, we can be coming there for wine tasting. Invite me. Okay, so let's look at BC. And BC, when I say BC, I mean British Columbia. Okay, so British Columbia doesn't have a farm specific stream, but you can start one. You can come and start a farm, or even buy a farm under a stream called the BC Regional Pilot. Okay, so this pilot, it's a regional, like the name says, it's a regional pilot, which means it's in focused designated communities. Okay, so which means those are rural areas, and these communities, it must be in a community that is of course designated, and this community must have less than 75,000 people in population. Okay, so make sure when you're starting your business, it falls under qualifying businesses, because there is a very strict criteria for this program. So it must be a qualifying business, and you're required to come do an exploratory visit. I just want to let you know that as at today, you cannot travel to BC. They are under a lockdown. Okay, they are under a lockdown. Whether you want to drive there or you want to fly there, you just can't go to BC because of COVID-19. This COVID-19 should go. Okay, so the minimum investment in BC, and that's why this program is very attractive, is you only need 100,000 Canadian dollars investment. Minimum investment, 100,000 Canadian dollars. Do you know how much that is? That is just 8 million Kenya shillings. Yeah. Okay, and of course you must have a personal net worth of at least 300,000 Canadian dollars, which is about 25 million. Stop looking at me like that. I know you're richer than you think. Okay, so of course, if you want to start a farm under this program, you must be able to satisfy the requirements of farming. You must show that you have experience in farming business. Okay, you must be able to satisfy that. You have relevant work experience. You've worked in a farm, you've owned a farm, you've managed a farm. So make sure, don't just come here and say, oh, you know what, I used to do this, but I think I can start a farm. Okay, you need relevant work experience, but you can sneak through this BC Regional Pilot. It doesn't require a lot of money. I just want to say something before I go. When you come here and start a business, be it farming, be it whatever, any business that you start here, you must be able to show that you're going to create a job, at least one job within the first 1 year. And this job is towards a Canadian citizen or a Canadian permanent president. So you must come here with a goal to create jobs for Canadians. Okay, all right, so I think that's all that I want to say today about the farming. So this is calling upon all the farmers. If you know any farmer who is interested in immigrating and they don't qualify under all these, you know, strict requirements of express entry of I don't know what, but they have farm management experience and they have some money stashed somewhere, they can always come here and be farmers. Okay, if you're interested to explore that further, please send me an email. My email is going to be at the description part of this video. Okay, until next time, take care.